Mural is an online whiteboard built to help you design together and solve problems visually. More teams are co-located or distributed around the world than ever before. Mural brings teams together for more efficient and agile ways of working and enables a more diverse set of participants and perspectives. It's optimized for modern work environments, engaging team members digital no matter where they are. Collaborating in Mural allows for more transparency in the workplace and provides a safe space to be creative with confidence. A mural is like a giant canvas that can be used in your browser or on one of our touch-ready apps. You can add all kinds of content, like sticky notes, shapes, images, videos, links, and even drag and drop files directly onto the canvas. Mural also works with many integrations to create a seamless experience across platforms. Organize your content in different rooms, private rooms for departments of your team, and open rooms for the entire workspace. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, click on the question mark on the upper right-hand corner of the screen to view our Help Center or chat with our support.
Hi everyone, this is Janelle here from Amplified Customer Experience. And today we're going to do just a quick tutorial on how to use the collaboration tool called Mural. Now, Mural is a great collaboration tool that essentially replicates an in-person whiteboarding session where you can use a series of templates to execute your workshops remotely. Now, I'm going to walk you through just a few of the elements that you will need to be aware of if you want to use Mural. Okay, so to get started, let's just dive right in. I'm going to show you how to create a new mural. So when you want to go and start, essentially imagine a big open whiteboard. When you want to set one of those up, you just go to create a new mural, hit the plus button, and then you have some different options. You can just have a blank mural. You could go through any of these different templates. There's design thinking canvas templates. There's all sorts of things you can see just by scrolling through. You can also click over on the left and go and click on a topic. So there's empathize, brainstorm, etc. There's the innovator's compass in there. Just showing you a number of different options in here. Okay, so for today, we're just going to use a blank mural, and then you hit create mural. Now what I like to do is I like to take time in advance of the meeting and set everything up. Now there's a few reasons that I like to do that, but mostly when you're using Mural, I find it's easiest if you take the time in advance to plan out everything you want to accomplish, identify which templates you need, and to get them set up so that you're not worrying about trying to do that on the fly in your session. Now for starters, we're going to add a framework. There's a number of different frameworks in here. We've got these different layouts, a simple 2x2 grid, a bullseye, so on. You can go into the design areas. So I think today we'll just grab the persona template. And as you can see on the screen, it's really large. So I need to go over to my trackpad area here, and then I need to zoom out a bit so that I can work with this in a more manageable way. You'll also notice that when I placed it, that the template or the framework is actually off of the canvas. So I can just click on it, drag it, and drop it to where I want it to go. And then I'm just using the trackpad over here so that I can make sure that I can see the whole screen. Now, this is one of those things that you probably want to do in advance, is you want to lock this down. If you don't lock it, then others can just click on it and drag it wherever they want to put it. And while you're facilitating a session, that will become particularly difficult because you'll have sticky notes and things like that and people grabbing the template by accident. But if you need to, you can unlock it and then you can move it. So, oh, we want to put it over here. You can drag it, drop it, and then just relock it. So if you're facilitating a session and you want people to do brainstorming or whatever, all of the features that they need are going to be on the left-hand tool side. Now here's the sticky notes, or you can just do a simple text box. So this is just a text box. There we go. And then I want to place it. I'll just place it up here. Now let's say this is an instruction that you want to leave in advance. Right click and I can lock it. So that would then become part of the template. Here are the sticky notes. There's different colors. You can just click, drag it. Typing is easy. I can change the color on the fly. I can also change the font size, or maybe I want a specific font and I want to place it there. You can do that with any of these different stickies as well. Just close that out, show you the connectors. So one of the great things about design thinking or workshops is that it's meant to be really visual. Some people like to think in terms of shapes and sizes, or maybe you want to represent a timeline or group something with a box. You have lots of different options. You can resize it. I just placed a box there. Let's say I had all these stickies and I wanted to group them together. I could just cover it with a box as an example. Then we've got icons. If you want people to just represent concepts or ideas with icons, they can do so quite easily. And again, you can resize it. One of the things that people really like, which makes it different than, say, facilitating an in-person, is that you can place images. So for your really visual learners, they can then type in a keyword and they can, puppies. I think everybody needs to see more puppies. So put a nice big picture in here of puppies and away we go. So those are all of the different features that you would want to make sure that your participants are aware of, in addition to how to navigate the trackpad and zoom in and out. Now, if you're running a session and you want to give people a certain amount of time to brainstorm, for example, there's a timer button. You can adjust the time, start the timer, and then everybody can see how much time is left for their brainstorming session or whatever part of the workshop you're running. If you want to do a voting session, you can start voting. You can name it if you want. And then you can identify how many votes everybody gets. We give them 3. And you can say if it's just the facilitators or any member for the mural. Obviously, if I was doing a design thinking workshop, I'd want everybody to be able to vote. So then you begin voting. People can then click on the sticky that they want to vote for. So there I've used up all 3 of my votes. There's 0 votes left. And once everybody is done, you would just go and click End Voting Session, and it will give you a nice little summary of your voting results. And you can see the timer is still counting down. You can name your mural. As people join the room or leave it, their icons will show up at the bottom here. So I have a J for mine. Some people may show up with an image depending how they have their accounts set up. If you want to invite somebody to the mural, click the share button and you have 2 options. You can either send it to them by email or you can copy the link and send it directly to them. I like the copy link if I'm doing this kind of on the fly, if I'm setting things up on the fly, and then you can just send it through your group chat or your Zoom chat, whichever tool you're using. You can also export the mural into different options here. Now, just kind of something to keep in mind is that the print quality may not be good enough for you to say print an entire, if you had a journey map, if if you wanted to print that sort of on a larger scale, that probably wouldn't work very well. When you export it, you can export the entire thing into a PDF, but just the sizing and the quality may not be what you need. So just keep that in mind if you're, depending on how you want to leverage the content that you've prepared in the mural. So just one more thing, because I know a number of you like to do journey mapping. So I've used this tool to do journey maps in the past. So I just have a quick one that I can show you and how I've done it. Pretty basic. I've basically just replicated a whiteboard and then created a scenario, put a line in to represent a timeline moving through the process. You can ask people to use a certain color sticky to represent something specific, if it needs improvement or if it's a net new process, or in this case, it says great, customers love it, it was green. So you can really kind of do anything that you want to do in a whiteboard, but you have even more options by changing the size of things. So you can make items appear to be more important than others, or you can use colors more easily. You're not limited by the 4 colors of sticky notes, let's say, that you brought into your session. Okay, so I think that kind of basically covers the ins and outs of using Mural, at least at a basic level. I encourage you, if you're a facilitator, to take some time, play around with it, test it out in advance of running a big session. Just get comfortable with sharing the links or entering emails. Get comfortable with how you move things around or how you lock them down. So everything here has been locked down, so we can't move it around. So those are just a few things to be aware of. And also just spend some time getting comfortable with all of the different templates they have, because those can really provide a great starting point for you. Something you might want to consider right now is what's on your radar. There's also prioritization grids in there. So just spend some time getting comfortable with all of the wonderful features that you can leverage using Mural. If you have questions, feel free to send me a note at hello@amplifiedcx.com or connect with me in any of the other ways identified in the description below. Thank you.